Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Kahalayim Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahasham Kakodash. It's your brother Kawak again. And this is, let me just get right into it. This is Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So the mark of the beast, we know that's the RFID microchip, and we know that the image is the image of Rome. How do we know this? This is Quater.us from Professor Carr. I guess it's some douchebag professor. Alright. And it says farming in the Roman economy. And the reason why I'm bringing this out is because in the area where I'm at, in the San Joaquin Valley, Kings County, California, it's a farming economy. It's a farming economy. This place depends, well, I guess I could say we depend on canneries, livestock, a lot of hay, grapes, a lot of tree nuts, but mostly tomato. Not mostly, a lot of tomato. And there was I heard it from a worker that this tomato packing plant closed down. And that's part of the economy, right? So I'm gonna bring it up again. But let's get into this farming in the Roman economy. And farming, for the most part, is part of every economy in the world, around the world. But in California, it is a big deal. Oh, not to mention, can't forget to mention that in the breadbasket there's this lowest harvest for corn. So let's get started. I'm gonna take this thing off. Let's see. Farming in the Roman economy. Most people in the Roman world were farmers. Some of the people who worked on farms were slaves. So, did the United States ever rely on farming and slavery simultaneously? Which means at the same time. The answer is yes. Okay, remember we're in Revelation 16:2. So, farming and slavery, that's one. Some farmers owned their own land, but most people had to rent their land from a richer person, which happens now. Farmers spent their time plowing, scattering seeds on the ground, pulling up weeds with the hoe, harvesting, etc., etc. And then it has a bunch of other things, right? And then it just says that it grew this. So why is this important? Why am I talking about food? Farming food. Why am I talking about farming food? Let's go back over here. Because this is the plagues that are gonna happen, right? Revelation 16:2. And the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. The image of the devil, right? The beast. So part of that image is farming and having slaves, farm your land, not paying them, which is what the beast does every time it comes up, right? So that's what's gonna happen, right? On the image, and now we're gonna go to. All right, let's see. Let's look up some scriptures that have the word of famine. Genesis 12:10, and there was a famine in the land, and Abraham went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. Right, so the famine was grievous. The famine was grievous. We had that one there. Let's go back to this. What do you want? This. All right, so I Googled paychecks in the U.S. economy, and you see on the headlines, almost 80% of U.S. workers live paycheck to paycheck. I'm assuming that's what it says. Stretched thin. Here how lost furlough federal workers pay. This is all bad news for the economy. Okay, yeah. Let's read this short fucking thing right here. In a period of positive economic growth, usually you would expect a rise in real wages and higher pay. Usually, therefore, it is possible for the something about that GDP to increase, but average wages to stagnate and even decline. An example, e.g., if profits take a bigger share of the GDP. So when they're just bullshitting, right? So they're supposed to say that if the economy is doing good, you're supposed to get a higher pay, right? This motherfucker is fucking lying, right? Remember, they're closing down factories left and right. U.S. economy added 164,000 new jobs in July, and I don't know how many you lost this month in November. But you know what? Let's fucking do that. You know what? Let's fucking do that. Because that's what I do. Oh, now you're slow. Now my Wi-Fi is fucking up, huh? Look at that shit. It's all my neighbor's shit. Ain't me. Alright. Whoa. So that's minus. Minus is... Alright, the federal government lost jobs and manufacturing lost jobs due to strike activity. The employment change for August revised up from 168,000 to 219,000. So it's going up, right? But they're just closing down factories. Well, if you close down factories and you lose jobs, you can afford to fucking put those jobs back into somewhere else, right? So let's see. Rome, son. Oh, this is good right here. Yeah, come on. Rome failed through a gradual process because poor economic policies led to a weakened military which allowed the barbarians easy access to the empire. In the 3rd century, Rome's emperors embraced harmful economic policies which led to Rome's decline. First, let's get it, just kidding. Close and accept my fucking... Damn. Alright, here it is. As a Roman, let me just highlight it so you can see where I'm at. As a Roman state lost financial power, landowners realized their lifestyle was threatened by increased taxation and property laws, which is happening right now. Because you got Californians leaving to go to Wyoming to the fuck? What did she say? Oregon. There you go. Other places, right? Because they don't like whatever's going on. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. You know, let's go back to this. So I was talking about food, right? So if you're growing food for the world, which the United States likes to boast, it says it does, then you control the world, right? But everybody else is doing it. So let's see. Let's go back to this. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That's the mark of the beast. Alright, let's go back to this. Revelation 16 and 2. And the first went, and the first is an angel out of the 7 angels, according to 16 and 1. And poured out his vial of the wrath of Yahweh upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So now, let's do some more comparisons. So you have to have a strong military to back up the finance, right? To like back up the coin. And then I mentioned food, right? So California is the 5th largest economy. And I should just do it. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. And it's because California is now the world's 5th largest economy according to data released Friday morning by the U.S. Department of Commerce. That's the U.S. Census. It's 2017. That's a long time ago. It was gross state product was 2.747. That's 2,747,000,000,000, surpassing the United Kingdom. So look at that. And they're growing nothing but food. It's bigger than the United Kingdom. That shit is. So let's see. No, it's not. No way. Even though Russia has nearly 5 times as many residents as Texas, the Lone Star's economy is more than 400 billion larger. The Lone Star State's economy is more than 400 billion larger. So Texans therefore enjoy. Damn. Of course, California's in debt. Alright, so see, look at all this debt. So let's see. California, even though it's the 5th largest economy and it's growing food, it's part of the beast, right? Whoops. Determined gender. All right. 6 factors that affect economic growth. So now I'm going to talk about those that worship the beast. And the California is part of the beast, right? The chip is part of the beast. The people, the congressmen, people that promote schools, people that are doctors, every part of society that is in the United States is based off of Rome. So let's check this out. 6 factors that affect economic growth: natural resources, the discovery of natural resources like oil or mineral deposits. And who does that? That's the U.S. military, right? They always go after that. And then you gotta have food. Let's see. No, it doesn't. Alright, this one's pretty good. So if you're worshiping the beast, you're saying, I'm never gonna starve. These grocery stores are gonna be full of food. Oh shit! And let me just say that these United States citizens get free diapers, free welfare. They get free food, free medical. They can just have babies. They're comfortable. See, all that stuff is part of the beast, because you gotta worship that shit, right? 5 social and economic effects of the U.S. food system. As with environmental and health indicators discussed in earlier chapters, most social and economic outcomes reflect complex causal processes. So they're just saying that everything affects everything, and it's difficult to explain. That's what that word complex is. Casual processes is what you do in daily life, right? You go buy food. You buy food every fucking day. You buy food every day. And they can vary widely based on time period, spatial organization, market conditions. There you go. If you don't have food to sell, those are market conditions. I mean, that famine's coming up. Regulatory forces, that's who determines the prices and all that bullshit. Adaptive mechanisms of actors in the system. So that could be, oh shit, we didn't get no rain, oh shit, too rainy. So now they gotta prepare something. In this section, we outline major classes of social and economic effects that can be linked to characteristics of the U.S. food system and present summary information. And present summary information about the overall performance of the system. We focus on 3 broad classes of social and economic effects: level of income, wealth, and distributional equity. It's a bunch of bullshit. So if you have money, you're gonna eat, right? If you worship the beast, you're gonna eat. Broader indicators of quality of life, such as working conditions. So you're gonna have a good life if you are part of the system, right? I'm a doctor. You're worshiping the beast, but all these people that I'm mentioning, they're gonna receive those grievous sores. Job satisfaction and freedom of choice to pursue taste and lifestyle preferences. Yeah, you gotta worship. You gotta worship the beast if you want to play fuzz bumping or be be a homosexual. Cause nobody in Babylon's gonna say nothing. So you're gonna take that shit. Associated impacts on worker health and well-being. Boom. Now that's what I want to talk about, because we have a tomato plant closing down, and this part of the economy, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Affected individuals fall into three groups. People involved directly in agricultural food production. Alright. So I'm making my point, okay? I'm done with those things. Oops. Just go into the scriptures. I've been babbling on for who knows how long. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth. So all the conditions that we're going through right now, that's going to set up for the grievous sores coming up. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So right now, things are starting to get bad, but they're going to get worse. So that doesn't mean that they're going to be at the worst ever, because remember, these things have to happen still. Those grievous sores have to come down. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right, so let's get something else. All right, so, like I was saying, if you want to compare, you can, anybody can. Let's just say it's a great civilization, right? So it's based off what? It has to be based on the blueprint of a pre-existing. Man, you know what? Dang, I wish I had that. So it has to be based on a pre-existing, successful civilization. Because who the fuck wants to make up something brand new? Who the hell wants to make up something brand new? So you have to have a blueprint of something that already existed. Oh shoot, I got the wrong one. Alright? So it has to be a pre-existing kingdom. So the farming was based on the Roman farming. And you gotta take those lands, right? Rome took a lot of land. So you gotta have land to farm, you gotta have farmers to farm it, and labor. So those people that worship the beast and the image of the beast, and they get the mark of the beast, they're gonna go through some things, some bad things. But first, only certain people are gonna know about it. This is Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb, and that lamb is Yahushua, stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written on their foreheads, or in their foreheads. So, and that's the names. The real names, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Alright. So, let's get down to here. Revelation 16:5, and I heard the angel of the waters say, Thou art righteous, O Lord, which art and wast and shalt be, because thou hast judged thus. So we know that these things are coming to these people that are going to get the mark of the beast, and I already explained why. And I explained who. So remember those people that took the land? So Romans took the land, the Greeks took the land. And likewise, in the same fashion, Babylon the Great, or the United States, took the land. Revelation 16:16, for they have shed the blood of the saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. And that blood that he drank was the Gad and Issachar and all the other 10 tribes from 1492 on up. That's another one. So, in conclusion, Revelation 16 and 15, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that washeth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Yeah, so Olam, the company I'm mentioning, is closing down. I heard it from a worker, one of my old friends in the world. But guess why it's happening? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is making it happen. And I told that guy about the Lord, and he said the same thing everybody else says. You can't be black. Which they're trying to minimize it and justify it. Oh, trying to save Esau. Well, now guess what? Now you don't got a job, homie. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has judged. Did that again. And I heard the angel of the water say, Thou art righteous, O Lord. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua is righteous, which art and wast and shall be, because thou hast judged us. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.